Hi, folks. Jim Voss, high above my garage in the, let's see if I can get out of the way. Here we go, man cave. Aiken, South Carolina. Just my opinion. And it is exactly that. Just my opinion. However, my opinion, according to my listeners, or what they've been thinking. Just my opinion is based on fact, research, and of course, a gut feeling that, sometimes we smell a rat. We're going to talk about two subjects tonight. One is censorship, and two is pork. Censorship is a two-edged sword. But I wonder sometimes when I'm told, you can't say this or you can't say that. And it's called protecting the public from being blessed with misinformation. Well, first question is this. Who says that the information of the host is correct? In the debate that we are guaranteed under the Constitution, are we not allowed to form our own opinion? Are we not allowed to raise an objection to the status quo? How many new and better laws, rules, and progressive ideas came from someone saying, wait a minute, I'm not too sure that that's correct. Now, I understand censorship when it comes to something that would actually hurt society. A plot to take over the government, a plot to have someone hurt, that kind of thing. I understand that. But I wish someone would explain to me how the truth is posing a danger to the community. I have to be very careful about how I pose this question because I don't want to get kicked off of the air. When you establish guidelines that prevent you from talking about a person, a place, or a thing, it supersedes the protection that you're trying to provide for the community and becomes stifling of the First Amendment. Many places in social media where public opinion runs rampant, where presidents are allowed to be insulted, maligned, cursed at, well, most anything else you want to say about them, where every senator and congressman is allowed to have a superimposed face on their face, and they are allowed to say anything that is derogatory to that person. and that is not forbidden. However, to say something that is factual and that has been researched about a certain person or a certain organization is considered to be devious behavior. I always thought here in the United States of America that we were allowed to form our own opinion and to express that opinion as exactly that, our opinion. However, many forms of social media now say that if you ask another listener to do something, that you are inciting violence or you are bullying someone. This nation was built on debate, on the contradiction of individual ideas, and to find common ground. It was the era of the Third Reich and Hitler that said, and Mussolini, and many other nations that were taken over by dictators, that said you cannot say anything about our leader, nor can you say anything about the minister of propaganda, nor can you say anything against any minister within the hierarchy of the leadership. So, by putting up these community standards, I understand them, but I do not understand how community standards are segregated into certain people and certain organizations, thereby preventing anyone from expressing an opinion based on fact. Because a person is high on the food chain and works for a presidential administration does not make them God. It does not make them correct. It does not make them infallible. It just doesn't. Because they are human beings. Many of the human beings within the governmental system are flawed. They are flawed with being corrupt. They are flawed with being using funds for other projects, personal projects. They are not above lying. They are not above deceit. They are not above trickery or ruse. So why are they protected against the freedom of personal opinion? What are we trying to safeguard? Are we trying to safeguard the Constitution or the reputation of a scientist? Are we trying to protect the amendments to the Constitution, or are we trying to prevent the fact that this certain elected official is an alcoholic? What are we trying to protect? And when is it protecting the community, and when does that line cross over into censorship? Something we are not used to in the United States of America because we have a Constitution, and because that Constitution guarantees us the First Amendment, freedom of speech. That's just my opinion, not politically correct, but usually correct. I'll call you later on this evening. We'll go out, go bowling, go have a beer. I love you. I mean it. Good night. Good night.